Yes, where was I? So we can simplify that a bit more, I think. I mean, I was always thinking that the list of a slice of users or clients, whatever it was better than calling the database all the time. And if we had to scale it up, we'd put Redis in there or something. But I think SQLite's going to be just fucking crazy fast anyway, as it's going to be local. So yeah, we'll see what that says. Rearrange. Yes, nice. Okay, well this should create the users table and the Star Wars characters. So let's set it at this point then, so that it does a it just spits out all of the users. So g.list users. Now, did I call it users Turso? I did. I don't think we need to call it that anymore. Because it is just that. Now, again, this is going to... Yeah, blah, 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 blah. What have I done? Control B. Control B, Control B, Control B. Oh my god, don't do that again. X. Yeah. Alright. List users returns 2. What does list users do? It returns the list of users. Alright. Well, if it returns the list of users, I guess we can use that. Users. Yeah. Users declared not used. So then all we need to do is thank you to range over it and print them out. Well, let's see what happens. I've moved that one as well. And oh dear. Right. I think we're back to normal again. Yeah. Right, okay. Go run dot. Successfully connected to Turso local development. Failed to drop table, which is fine. I can't remember how strict it was on creating table. Looks like it does return an error. Sorry, I'm dropping the table. It returns the error. So if I go to where that's referenced, failed to drop table, fine. No such table. If that has dropped the table, if that has errored out, log.fatalf. Yeah, okay, so it's dropping out there. Interestingly, it didn't do all the graceful shutdown stuff. Yeah, so we just want to do a printf here. Printf. Yeah, I think all of these things. Oh well. Let's get rid of all of these fatal Fs. Oh god, what's it? %s dollar fatal F with print F. Yeah, okay. So none of these things are going to fail so disastrously that they stop the program running. I'm wondering now actually if we have, yeah, we could maybe replace that one with fatal F. But anyway, let's see if this works. Oh, it has worked. All right. Right. Jolly good. Error scanning rows. Yeah, so I don't think we need to do that print there. If I run that again. List users. I don't know where those date time strings are coming from. Oh, here. So user ID. No, it's not. That must just be part of the log. I never really used log before. Pretty useful, I guess. It's got the date and time on it. What else do we have up there? Was I just using... Let's go up to all these. If I change these all to log, print F. Delete 2 comma X. %s fmt.f print f brackets os.standard error comma space with log dot print f brackets /g. Oh, this has gone wrong. Why is that not working? I've got backslash some things. Oh, I don't know why that's not working. Okay. I must have had a typo. Interesting. I'm not so sure what's going on there. I've got to do some more research. Oh, I don't want to type all that everywhere. That would be easier on VS Code, for sure. Anyhow, right. Don't get distracted, James. That is just a proof of whether it can recreate the database. Now, if I run that again, is it going to say that database exists and inside the database there's a users table? Now, it's going to try and drop the table and it will succeed. So let's see what it says. Created users table twice. I must have some sort of incorrect comment. Yeah. Dropped users table. Thank you, copy and paste. Dropped users table, created users table, and they're all in there. Good. So, however, if we was to say up here or down here, recreate development schema is false, what will happen now? Yeah, it works. Obviously it works. Good. Good. So what we can do now is have the best of both worlds just by changing an environment variable. This whole section here, I got some help off of GPT because I was struggling to get the Turso embedded database to delete when I quit the program or the Go server, and because we're also hosting up a GRPC service, yeah, there was some. It turns out it wasn't even the Go code. I was running air to keep the server up and listen to changes when I changed something. When I did Control C, that was killing the code. So, well, I say killing the code. It was killing the code abruptly. And it wasn't going through all this stuff. So that's why I'm using go run dot. Apparently there was some way of getting it to work in conjunction with air. But anyway, now we've got this approach where we're not going to be trashing that database wherever it does live, and it would be nice to work out exactly where it is. At file dot. Yeah. Oh, where in Go, where would a full file path be if I use the syntax file colon slash dot, no, file colon dot my file dot db. In Go, the file is expected to be in the same directory as the executable binary. That's exactly what I thought. But I didn't see it there. So if I use this little window, and kick the program off, I can't see it. Unless it's hiding from me. Ah, it was hiding from me. It's right there. Okay, well that's cool. That is really, really cool. I know it doesn't do very much. But great things start with simple things. And the fact that we've got a system that potentially can scale out to, well, scale out and still run locally is pretty cool. Coming back to what I mentioned earlier, the previous example, we didn't start to work on the data migration from MS SQL to Turso, but all of the classes are connected to the Flutter UI using streams over GRPC, and I never got that far doing that with the users, so I think that would be a good thing to establish next. So I mean, the code gets a lot more complicated, and this again is where the streams are listening to these now deleted Go slices of, in this case, classes. So, and then sending it off whenever something was added. So here we've got an instance. This is, so somebody new is saying, hey, I want to stream all the classes. Great, okay. First thing it does is it puts a mutex lock on the list of clients. So that's everybody that's connected to that particular instance. And then adds that current stream to that that list, that slice of clients. It's a map, it's not a stream. So yeah, the stream, it doesn't even need any data. It's yeah, that's your key, and it's also your reference, and then unlocks it as well. So that would remain. This one is the thing that we wouldn't need the mutex anymore, because here we're just looping over this Go list, and I think we can probably just replace that with a list of well, using the users example, just the list users that we've just been looking at. So new users would then start streaming all of the users, and it's just going to be their ID and their name. So then the code can then just use the ID, and the client's got everything it needs to know to put names up on the screen to try to reduce the data footprint. So then this would just say, okay, someone new's connected. Instead of doing this, it would first of all do the code that we just put into the main test to go and get all the users into a range and then loop around that. No real difference to that. And we in fact are doing the same thing with the users here. Yeah, we did do that on the users. I remembered now. And then when you add things, we haven't got anything for users yet, but we should probably just run this whole example so it's just looking at the users data structure. So you can add, delete, stream the list, and all the gubbins that does everything on the back end and on the front end. We can undo all that, can't we? Before we sort of go any further with other data structures, because once it's working for one table or entity or whatever you want to call it, just copy paste, baby, and just adapt Let's just get that working really well. There's a whole bunch of stuff in the Flutter. Where are we? Yeah, that one. When it comes down to all the block repository stuff, this is where we're going to be connecting to the Go server, and that's probably going to be the scope of a different video. Well, it will be, but again, we'll just keep it simple. Right, okay, I think that's probably enough. Goodbye.